Good morning. Let me turn my camera on. I'm actually early, so I have a little time to come on and say good morning to everybody. Morning, Pie. Well, go on, Guyanese. Morning, Nadine. Morning, Annette. How are you guys doing? How are you guys doing? Why? Social media these past few days have been so hot. It has been so hot and so I don't know, toxic. You know what I'm saying? So I have just decided that it's best to stay quiet. I can't bother. I cannot bother. You understand? But all of us go through these little things on social media, guys. All of us go through these things, and it's not nice. It's not nice, right? It's not nice. I think there's a whole culture of turning a blind eye when it's not your turn, because you know that when it's your turn, people turn a blind eye. And it's for that reason why it's sometimes so hard to stand up for what is right, because when wrong is being done to you personally, people don't stand up for you. Do you see what I'm saying? So it's kind of like, bungle one for me now pull it. Bungle one for me now pull it. But if we keep doing that, and we keep witnessing something that's just not right, are we not part and parcel of it? Are we not complicit with the wrongs that we see? Okay. Can you have a shout out? Okay, big up yourself. Ledry? I'm just pronouncing the first part of your name. Anyway, I asked Leggy to listen to the recording again. I also saw that Queen Bee asked the same. None of us not defending, but they're sticking to what they're sticking to. I'm sticking to what I'm sticking to. I heard wasn't. That's what I heard. Other people heard was. You know? It is, I don't know. I don't know every time I replay it, because I told him I was going to go back and listen to it. I was going to listen to it. I was going to replay it. I'm going to put it in my ears. And I had it in my ears. And I kept hearing the inflection after the was. I kept hearing the wasn't. You understand? But you know how recordings are. And sometimes words are not very clear. And it can sound like, so it's hard to argue and it's hard to debate it, but people hear what they hear, they feel what they feel, and I don't think it's even fair for me to even revisit certain things, because I already predicted all of this. You know, if I go back into my contents, me don't go through all of this with V already, and tell her all of these things already. I warn her about all of these things already. She knows too, right? So it's like a past thing coming back up to the surface, because people are still hurting and people are still upset, and I don't think that can be helped. But you know, one lesson I've learned out of all of this, I'm going to tell you one lesson I've learned out of all of this. You see, throwing words and shade on social media is one of the most dangerous forms of communication. I listened to two separate recordings. One says was, and the other I uploaded says wasn't. You see, Leggy? Boy, like give me no know. Like give me just me not say nothing else because you see everything else. I'm hearing drop out. Everything else what wanna say are true. You understand? That one the rest of them me not no debate about it. Me not nothing to say because are true. It's not lie. The other things them me totally understand where everybody is coming from. Everybody involved is coming from. But that is just the one thing, the one recording. Me put in my ears and me listen it and me say, but the one I say wasn't, me not understand. But like I said, I'm not gonna defend because remember I did a whole piece, like I don't know if you remember I did a piece about sitting on the fence. Sitting on the fence, me they call it being a fencer or something like that. When you're fencing, remember I did that whole live about fencing, and it was shortly after that same whole thing with everybody with the on the phone and the would on something, and I did this whole live about fencing. And I remember when I did the live about fencing, and then V came out and she did another live and she threw a word at me and she said, when it comes to fencing, I'm an expert. Do you remember? And I laughed. I never take it to heart because I know it was directed at me. Because I warned her about it. I warned her. Social media is a place, you see, guys, it's so hard to not choose a side. It's very, very difficult to not choose a side because when you are a person who you claiming that you're there for everybody and the principles don't necessarily align, you know, like it's opposite principles, it make it look like you're jumping from side to side and you're flip-flopping and you can't be trusted. That's how it looks. But I understand when people want to speak on anybody and anything and call any name and refer to any subject and whatever. That's fine as well, I guess. But the kind of nature that I am and the kind of personality I have is that I'm an extremely loyal person. If I am loyal to a cause or to a person, I will ride with you. You understand? And if I see that there are energies that are coming against you and I think you're a good person, I stay away from those energies. That's me. That's how I am. Oh, thank you, Simone. Morning, Janet. I'll pray for you. Rajra, I hope everything is well. But yeah, sending you prayers. Right? So I am just that kind of person. I can't mix and mingle with everyone whose ideals do not fit with mine. It does not mean that I look at them and think that them are shit or them are less than or them me better than them. No, it's just that we don't meet eye to eye. We don't like the same things. We don't respect the same people. And I cannot identify with that. So I take a stand. That's me. And people are gonna say, well, it's a bias. Well, it is. It is a bias. And that's why I've always owned my biasness. I've always owned it. From I came out here, I never hid my bias. I've never hid it because I like who I like, right? But for owning my bias, I've also experienced a lot of backlash, a lot of targeting, a lot of cyberbullying, a lot of attacks, even from unlikely places. I've received it. You understand? So when I pulled back from doing certain types of blogging, it's because I realized that, listen, I'm not limited to this. I can discuss so many more topics, so much more things, and still gain traction on my platform. And big up yourself, Janet. Thank you. And as such, I don't need to just stick to talking about these things that seems to come with a whole lot of feelings, a whole lot of anger, and a whole lot of upset. It doesn't mean that I am any less supportive of the people that I care for or I respect, but it's just that I don't want to have to gravitate to that energy every single time I come on my platform. They crossed boundaries when they all went on phone call. Yes, yes, yeah, exactly. And I spoke about all of that. Everything that people are now revisiting, I spoke about it. I did, and I did condemn it, and I did say it's going to lead to a lot. Um, and like I said in my previous video, a lot of us have done things out here in the past that we wish if we could turn back the hands of time, we would erase it. We would do it differently, right? I've told you guys that when I came out first, I used to be busy, striking people that use my stuff and blah, 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 and being very protective of my content and not understanding how social media works. And that was a young thing. That was a young thing. That was an unseasoned approach. And that's the truth, and I can admit that. Now, you know, obviously there are people who definitely use your stuff and abuse you. That's different, right? But if they're not doing that, there's really no need to take that kind of stand. You understand? So there are certain things that we do differently. As I said, when I came out, I was calling people out of their names, giving them different names. I'm thinking that I'm protecting their brand so that if anybody was to search, it won't come up if me I criticize them or whatever. But really, it made people feel as though I was dismissing them as invalid. And I can take from, with all the cuss and everything, I can always step back after a cuss and assess and remove the cuss and look at the lesson. Because I believe everything that happens out here on social media is a lesson. Every single thing that you experience, the energy that you give is what you get back. The energy you give is what you get back. You understand? And when it is an unjust balancing of the scale, meaning that you're getting energy you don't deserve, the whole internet rises up to protect you. Because they know that you are innocent. When you are not innocent and you know you've done some stuff out here, you will notice that people are more likely to be quiet. Even if them say something was not too right. Them will just say, well, that one they're not too right, but the rest of it are true. So I would then do them I get back. Do you understand? And that's why I say, TV, I send you strength. But forget the cussing and absorb the lesson. Is all I'm gonna say about it. Because in everything there is something to learn. I feel the ones that use your content to bash you, yeah, you take them down. Yes, yeah, it's different. The ones that bash you and are disrespectful or whatever, that's different. I'm talking about people just talking on your stuff and whatever. They don't need to be affected. And at the end of the day, this is how social media is. Because even some that might bash you, but not so hard, you can probably just say, "Cho." You see what I say? There are people who literally call you out of your name and they're so disrespectful when they don't agree with you. And I don't see why them need to go so far. You understand? And then some of them grabbing at straws on social media, you just have to have mercy. You just have to have mercy. But as I said, right, there's more than one. Like he's saying, he heard more than one recording. One says wasn't, one says was. So it's like, it's one of those things, people. But like I said, I can't say anything else about everything else that is going on, because really and truly, the energy you release is what you're gonna get back. Is what you're gonna get back, right? I've always said to people say that, I was judged for being speaky spokey, but as much as I am speaky spokey, I am myself. I have told many, and it's so strange how certain bits of information pass people because they're so caught up on whatever it is that they're caught up on. Because many times I've come out here and I say, I'm self-employed. I was a teacher. I was a teacher for 15 years in the classroom. I left the classroom many, 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 many years ago. And I started my own business, and I have been self-employed for many years too. Right? And they still have it in their head that I was a teacher in a classroom. And I'm like, are you okay? I'm not in a classroom. I've never been in a classroom since I've come on social media. That would be foolish, wouldn't it? Just think about it. Does it make sense? But yet, they believe. I don't know if it's the name, but look how many people. I mean, is Adisha Palmer a teacher? Is Vibes Cartel a teacher? He uses the name. Him call himself the teacher. Does that mean him in a school, him in a class? Come on. Metaphors are lost on some people, but it is what it is. You understand? It is what it is, and people are going to believe what they want to believe. I can laugh at some of the insults and stuff that come at people and come at myself on social media easily, because when people look at me and say, oh, you're not tan good and you're not pretty and weird, and I'm just like, who are they talking to? Because it's not me. But I don't come on social media for that. I don't come on social media for that. Type error, exactly, right? Be yourself, HK. Don't change your in-law. Yes, the way you speak. I will not. No. Because there are times when I do chat my patois, and there are times when I speak spoken, and there are times when I'm in between. And being able to code switch is actually a skill. So that doesn't disturb me. It don't disturb me at all. It doesn't. There are some very bitter souls out here on social media. That is the truth. There are people who come for people who, whenever they celebrate their achievements, they instantly start getting these teardowns. And it's a shame that it happens, but it is almost to be expected, which is why I can't come out here and tell you people, this is what I do. That's what I'm doing. This is what I'm doing. Because of the kind of people that are on social media, because of how they are. So I will keep everything that is important to me to my dying bed for as long as I'm on here. Una does not gonna know. You see what I'm saying? And even so, and even if you do know, there's nothing they can do about it, because I run my own show. You understand? But you don't want to put challenges in your way that you have to deal with. So you have to be careful what and what you put out here. I have no problem saying that my husband is from Tivoli Gardens. I'm very proud of him. Very proud of that. Yes. And some people look at it and say, well, when you talk about that for, how can you as an educated woman marry a ghetto man? Listen to me. Very few women can stand up and say they have a partner that's a soulmate and that has their back. And I found that in my man from Tivoli. Yes. Dated many uptown. Cannot stand them. Cannot stand them. Not real. Not ambitious. Not hardworking. Spoiled on mommy and daddy's money. Give me a self-made man any day. And that's why I'm not single. Nor do I have heartache problems. Me not have no bun problem. Me not have none of them sitting there. No outside kids. Father of my children. Very, very proud. 100% stand by my Jamaican man. Straight from the ghetto. Because he's a man of metal, value, worth, commitment. But it is what it is. So they take that and they use it against you. That's like, oh, who cares? Right? 9 times out of 10 when you look at it, the people who have a problem with that are people who have got self-loathing issues. So interesting, because the majority of the people who criticize it are from the ghetto themselves. It's just so ironic. They're from poverty themselves, which is sad that you should look down on your own. Very, very sad indeed. As it should be. Your whole life should not be for social media. Keep some things private. Absolutely. Right? But when I look, as I said, I look around, I see what's happening. Yes, you just have to sometimes decide what battles to fight, what battles not to fight. People will feel how they feel. But you know what I have learned? As I said, the major lesson. Talk about him and yes, girl, you mean, you know. Man have my back like Matlock. And that's a fact. I know tomorrow if I don't have bread for eat, me not for fret. Because bread I got dead. You understand? Never want for anything. You understand? Nothing to be ashamed of. Very, very proud. I mean, never got Jamaica go married him. Right here in England, me meet him. Right here. Right here. Right here. But people believe what they believe. You can't convince people. You can't. Once they've made up their mind about you that they don't like you. Once they've made up their mind about you that you're not their person. Once they've made up their mind about you that you're on the wrong side. Once they've made up their mind about you that them not like how you talk, them not like what you know, all of them something there, them can just not like your face. They might, all me big head them have problem with. My God bless beautiful Betty Davis eyes. All that. I'm a cheat them. Everything them we have a problem with. You don't try and convince those people. They are not convincible. Because they've already made up their mind exactly how they feel about it. I would just come pull up behind me. Oh, somebody I drop off. Somebody. You understand? Them done make up their mind about it already, people. So you just leave them to it. Yes? Good evening, good morning. Hey, Jojo. You leave them to it. But like I said, people, you know, the energy that we put out here, that's what we get, right? That's what we get. And them say karma and all of that, and karma is real, you know. I genuinely believe in a karma, you know, people. I genuinely believe in a karma. It is real. But sometimes it feels wrong. It feels wrong. It feels wrong to observe it and not say nothing. But you know, say if you run out and you say something, it'll go just cause a whole heap of the negative energy to come your way. You don't want it. You don't want any part of it. You don't want any piece of it. And you know, of course, you know, you have the cyber bullies that will come out and then will tell lie upon you and cuss you and tell you all kind of something, and you're just like, do I necessarily want my name or my energy to be caught up into that? No. Why does people think that when certain people come from certain background, they think they're a bad person? Her Lexia, I don't understand. Hater will always be a hated hater. Yep. I don't know. And the funny thing is, the people who are doing the judgment are not people who are from a higher socioeconomical background. That's the part. That's the part. The people who make these stereotypes up are from the ghetto, are from garrison themselves, from poverty themselves, from barefoot background themselves. Them look down on their own. Yeah. They look down on their own. But you see, it is what it is. It is what it is, you know. And yeah, people will go for you. They will go for the people that you love. They'll go for the people that you care for, especially when them can't get to you. They will attack all of those things. And that's why I said eventually I know I'm going to come out of this whole blogging thing, because it brings a certain energy. It brings a certain energy with it. You understand? And it's like, I'm not cut out for this, you know. I'm too happy a person. Too happy a person, too blessed a person, too comfortable in a life to come out here and be bitter every day. To come out here and cuss people every day. I don't know how people do that. I can do it occasionally. If something rile me up probably, but then it's like, even afterwards I'm just like, I'm drained now. I don't want to talk about this anymore. I don't want to talk about it anymore. I want to talk about something pleasant. I want to do something different, you know. And you know what I'm realizing as well, you will peak on social media, it's never permanent. It's never permanent. There are times when you're gonna peak, you're gonna go all the way up there like that, and everybody's gonna be thinking, oh, I'm gonna be on top forever, or so and so is gonna be on top forever. No, every single personality that comes out here depreciates. Every single. We will have spike moments when we spike and go back down, spike and go back down. It fluctuates like that. It fluctuates like that. Um, so I personally could never take social media and make it into a full-time thing. I can't do that. Because to me, it's temporary. And when the people them decide to pull the plug on them platform, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? You understand? But attack with truth, lies just make them look bad. Yeah. With bad man come hate, envious red eye. Yeah, all of them something there. Remember, I started off doing the lifestyle vlogging, and then I said no. I don't really want these people's eyes in my home. I don't want these people's eyes in my relationship, in my household. If I buy this, them I go see. No, sir. So I delete it. I take them down and I say no. I'm not doing it. It's not for me. You see what I'm saying? It's not for me. Because you're going to hear say, oh, she had this in her house, she had that in her house. Look how the lady come out and she put up her decoration for the is where Miss D did put up it. Which room? I never remember. One living room now, one sitting area. I like a sitting area. And then she had the blue cushions and stuff out. That caused one big sinting all over social media. Me not like it, blue not tan good, this, that. I didn't really like the blue, but it's not my place, so I don't care. Do you understand? The black to me is much better, looks nicer, pops more, matches the decor and everything. And then this whole thing about fireplace and entrance table. And to me, I don't like either the fireplace or the entrance table. I don't like any of them. Because it's too much. That's me. But if the woman love it, she love it. And it's like, you put them thing there out there, it become an evaluation thing. Because that's why you put decor out, for people's opinion and what people think about it. You're going to get the good, you're going to get the bad, you're going to get the in-between. You understand? And it's like, I can't be bothered to do stuff like that. I can't be bothered. Because I can't be bothered to deal with the people's opinions. Because if I like something, I don't care what you think. It's staying in my house. Because that's what I like. You understand? So it's all them kind of something there. Doing things like that. Me can't deal with the content for sure. Me can't deal with it. So sometimes I think, what am I going to do with my platform when I decide that I'm no longer HDK? What am I going to do with it? What am I going to turn it into? You know? Because there will come a time when I'm not there as HDK. Big up yourself, it is what it is. There's going to come a time, what am I going to do with it? All them numbers, all them views, I might as well sell it. One of the things, sell the platform. Sell the platform and go off to real life. Dance off into the sunset into real life. And sell the platform. I think could be a good move. Make some final money and fight and hand it over to somebody else. Because who the hell wants to be out here doing this every day? Who? I love it. Everybody has their different tastes. Exactly, Herlexia. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Some people are going to love it. Some people are not going to like it. Some people are going to like, I don't like that, But I'm just saying that I have no interest in opening up my space for that kind of criticism and feedback. It's not for me. It's for other people. No. Don't sell it. You know what I'm saying? But it, as I said, with V, as I said, V, I send you strength. But, you know, forget the costs and take the lesson. Is all I'm gonna say. Forget the costs, take the lesson. Because in every cost there's a lesson. In every cost there's a lesson. Something that you can use to reflect and grow and evolve from and become a better person. Make better choices. You understand? Give it to one of your kids. They can create. Me no want me picnic on you. Social spectator, my children will not be on here. No, no. I don't want them on here. None at all. No one them on here absorbing. And they're not interested in that. Their idea of social media is gaming. You understand? Them mm-mm. They're not interested in this. I understand what you're saying. These people are so toxic. Faceless channel. Okay. You put a smile on my face. Thank you. Big up yourself, Janet. Morning, Mark. So, as I said, I look around and I see such disrespect. I see such disrespect from our penny section. The things that are coming out of people's mouths. And because you are on social media, your whole family getting dragged. Is it really worth it? Is it really and truly worth it? You know? And some people are vile with it. The things that they say. I don't care what side they're on. Some people are vile with it. It disgusts me. It does disgust me. It does disgust me. But am I above it? Am I not a part of it? So if me start get disgusted with myself, what me fi do? No stop. Don't come down. Because it's a thing of you come for mine, I'ma come for yours. And it just continues. It does not stop. It just, you come for mine, I come for yours. And it just keeps doing this. Waste of energy and waste of space. Waste of energy. Waste of energy. You know? Hey, child of God. So it's like, I am getting to that point. I've been saying it, and I keep repeating it. I'm getting to that point where I'm gonna get rid of HTK. HTK is gonna go, and it will just be K. I will go talk about other things. I will go stop talking about people until K is gone from social media. I don't want you to come off social media. Just focus and do you. Don't let no one make you stop. But it's not no one necessarily, you know. Is me not wanting to become a different person. I'm wanting to hold on to me, to who I am. I don't want to evolve into this kind of personality that I don't recognize myself years down the line. I'm looking on and saying, was that me? I don't want that. You understand? Sometimes when I look back on my videos when I have my head cheaper, I don't recognize myself enough. You think I joke? I said, "Na me that I galang so." Jesus Christ. Right? And that's why I'm thinking, mm-mm. And if you were to even look at some of your social media personalities and look at where they started and where they are at now, would you say that they're the same person? People rebrand all the time. You have to make changes when I say exactly. I might just completely rebrand. I might start doing stuff like reviews. That's a simple something, you know. I might just start doing reviews. Be it reviewing restaurants or reviewing a whole bunch of stuff. Right? Reviewing products. I might just start the reviews on nothing else. Nothing personal. No, so no one on this side to advocate for the kids them like Jaden. Oh, that part. Now that part, now that you say that, Anna, that part is the part I would miss. That part is the part that I would miss. Fighting for social justice. That part I would miss intensely because that is a passion. That is a real passion for me. That is a real passion for me. You know? But we have to evolve. We have to grow. We have to evolve at some point. But as I said, I'm thinking. My brain is doing this. I'm thinking. I'm thinking. Let's see how it goes. Claire, big up yourself. Let's see how it goes. You understand? But like I said, people, you know, We just have to be aware of what we put out there. Throwing words, me tell us and now when me a throw a word, me a put in specific detail. So you know say you me attack. Right? Me not gonna make it so general that it could have licked that one day over there, so the word could have clot and lick that one day over here, so that one day down this one. By the time you look, you have one whole army of people that come for you because them think I'm me attack. I'm me attack. Right? Like I said, I've been observing V over years and I kind of see how she is. And something might be upsetting her and something might be going on that's very personal. And when she comes out and she says certain things, as something go on in the background. May not necessarily be a platform holder, but something is going on outside of that, and then other people would take it up because it's so general and it's so wide that it could apply. You see what I'm saying? It could apply, right? And then no, it's hard to pull back and go on a you may attack and a you may attack when so many details fit that person. So it's like, just be specific. And if you can't be specific, just allow it. Don't talk about it online anyway. But be specific. Otherwise, you're gonna be this energy is gonna be coming at you. So if you don't care about the energy coming at you, then hey, do your thing. Because nobody can tell people what to do on their platform, right? Do your thing, right? And just be prepared for the internet, for beat you mercilessly, for drag for the people who you love, for curse you about this, for curse you about that. You understand? For remind you about your past, for pull up files, for do all of them, something they're gonna come at you. So if you're not gonna be specific, that's gonna come. As for me, I love me some HTK. You make me learn a lot. Please remember that you're a breath of fresh air. Thanks, Janet. You know, so yeah. But being a breath of fresh air don't mean that I haven't made mistakes out here. Being a breath of fresh air does not mean I have not made mistakes out here. Okay, I am far from perfect, far from it. But I've never claimed perfection. And this is the thing: people must not misinterpret being educated as being above human error. Not at all, right? I'm far from perfect, but I've never portrayed myself as being no beacon of light that is necessarily coming to rescue, right? What I would say is that perhaps when I take certain stance on particular subjects, it will identify with others, right? People will rally behind me. My voice will extend and go further than people who are cause of the whole clat and the whole whatever, because English will transcend boundaries. A calmer voice will transcend boundaries and will go through, penetrate doors that are normally shut and stuff like that. But it does not mean that I am a perfect example. I am not. When my head chip, right? When I'm angry about something, I'm angry about something. Sometimes I react very harshly and very rashly. I know my faults. And that's why these days I go out of my way not to trouble people. I don't want to trouble nobody, so that I can peacefully do my blogging about topics of general concern. Even when you're specific, others will still take it and say you're talking about them. You know you're right. Social spectator, you know you're right. No, Lord Jesus, just don't want to throw no word then. We're going to slow the throwing a word, yeah? No matter when you're throwing a word. No throwing a word, none time. Just call people name and call them out whatever you want to say. I think you're probably right. Yes. Because I have reacted badly to people throwing word. And I know it's me. In my head. I me attack. And then them get it. Because me swear I'm me attack. So I know how it feels to be on both sides. You know what I'm saying? To be on both sides. But we do it less these days still. Less these days. You know, there was a time I not call your name on my platform. There are still a couple of names I will never call because they have disrespected me beyond measure. So they will remain nameless. But others where it's just a little tit for tat, butter for fat, nothing so deep. Me not a problem I call them name now. You understand? Me not a problem I call them name now. I call them name. Right? because they're human beings. They're valuable people. They're valuable to somebody. You understand? They're somebody's child. They're somebody's family member. They're loved by somebody. So nobody no better than nobody really. The only time I would say that I would deliberately do something like that is when your disrespect has been huge and you don't deserve to have your name called. Yeah, because the disrespect has crossed over into personal boundaries. Um, so it is what it is. Good morning, Shelley. But people, yeah, we have to find a way, I think, to communicate our point, um, without deliberately throwing a spear that we know is going to land. Um, and it's hard to do. It's hard to do. It is very, 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 very hard to do. Because you really want to say what's on your mind, but you not necessarily want the person come directly at you. Because the person is gonna go low. And you're not prepared for go low with the person. But you want to get it off of your chest and you want to say what you feel. And calling them name might actually escalate it and make it 10 times worse, whatever it is that you get back. So many people think that by throwing word and so them can avoid that energy. But the energy is still there, If anything, when you cast your net even wider than before, So while that one person there around the corner they say you talk about, you end up catch about 10 people in the net. And all 10 people start come for tear you up. Yeah, my love. That's what happens. So it's like, oh bloody hell. I didn't intend for 10 of you to get caught in the net. I only wanted to catch one fish. And now I've got a flipping fish. Me have mullet, me have snapper, me have turtle I'll get catch. Everybody get blows and skirt catch. It ain't it. And our worries in the dance. Yeah. Worries in the dance, people. So yes, like I said, it is just one of those things. Everybody go through them ring of fire out here. Everybody go through it. Everybody go through them war. Everybody go through them pasa. Everybody go through them name I get dragged. Everybody go through cyberbullying. Everybody go through all kinds of cyber stalking, attacks, this, that. Your face I get take put on body where no yours. Your face I get this that. All kind of sitting. And I said to myself sometimes I have to laugh. Some of the images that are out there that claim that is me. It's like, okay, that's not me. Right? But you just have to laugh because that's just what the thing said. That's what the thing said. For as long as we're out here, for as long as we're opinionated people, we're going to rub people the wrong way. And it is what it is. Anyway, yes, a time for me for going, me go bounce, right? I will talk to you guys later. Have yourselves a wonderful day, okay? Don't let social media get you down. Keep your head up. Hopefully, I don't know if Leggy's gonna do a live today. That's gonna make me laugh. Cause I need some laughter. But need something that was supposed to go up on TikTok. Anyway, talk to you guys later. Have yourselves a great day, and I'll speak to you guys soon. This is your girl, Head Teacher K, and I'm out. Bye.